Week 8 has come and gone, and it is time, as always, for our fictional power rankings where people go up and people go down here on Monday Movers. Now let's go ahead and start with the positives. Let's get the positive good news out there first. The first going up is quarterback Mike White. Who? Mike White. That's who. He dropped over 400 yards in a win, 34-31 over the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that just smashed the Ravens. Now, he did throw a couple of interceptions here, but here's the thing. He came in and the play calling was perfect. Whatever New England did against them last week, the Jets, they decided to turn around and just use that exact same system and do it against the Bengals, and it worked really well. He was never forced to kind of drive the ball too far down. He just had to manage the game, push it through, and 400 yards later in a debut win, I say it's a pretty good up for me. The next up for us is the New Orleans Saints defense. Now, they came to play. Now, I do understand they allowed 27 points. However, let's talk about some positives. 3 sacks on Tom Brady. They also had 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, which was recovered on Tom Brady, 3 turnovers. That's huge. One of those interceptions actually went for a pick 6, and they held the Buccaneers to 71 rushing yards. Granted, the Buccaneers had some good yards per carry. But the biggest thing about those 3 sacks I said is 2 of those 3 sacks came on the final drive to end the game. The New Orleans Saints did what they had to do, got a win, and got out of that middle range territory. The next up for us here is safety Adrian Phillips, New England Patriots, 2 interceptions. One of those went back for a touchdown, pick 6 city. He also had several pass deflections, tackles. He was just kind of all over the place, and he played really well and was a key part in why the Patriots got a victory against the Chargers. Now let's talk down. Very simple, not very long. AJ Green. I'm not saying it's all his fault, but he had no idea what was going on. He lost in the play calling. Looked like he was like blocking. I do believe that ball should have been played in the quick slant to Christian Kirk, I believe it was. But AJ Green still looked confused for a vet that should know what's going on. That throw, Kingsbury said he should have had it. Murray obviously thinks he should have had it. And AJ Green's beating himself up about it. The Cardinals get their first loss of the season. Not really that big of a deal, but still getting a little down for us here. The next down is a player as well, Matt Ryan, quarterback, who suffered a defeat 13-19 against Carolina Panthers, divisional rival. And here's the reason why. Now, his completion percent was okay, pretty good actually. And he kind of did all right throughout the game, but he threw 2 crucial interceptions, both of which were seamlessly picked off by Shaq Thompson and Stephon Gilmore. It almost looked like he didn't even know they were there. He didn't understand what was going on. Like they were too easy of interceptions for Carolina that it almost looked like they were the receiving target on those throws. And our last down, a huge big L. We get the golden L this week, or the brown L or whatever. And that is the Minnesota Vikings play calling. They just lost the Dallas Cowboys 16-20 in a game that they had plenty of opportunities. I mean, they couldn't convert inside the red zone towards the end of the game. Here's the thing. Throughout the game, too many screen passes, too many times trying to get Kirk Cousins to roll out, which I do understand that he's successful when he does roll out. But Dallas had adapted, and they decided to game plan against your strengths. And the play callers from Minnesota had no idea what to do. They couldn't adapt. They couldn't change. And because of that, you get another loss. And now you're sitting at 3-4 wondering, are all these coaches going to have their jobs? I don't think so. I think they're all going to start losing their jobs. And those are our ups and our downs here for week 8 on Monday Movers.